I'm actually just getting back to the barn. All the guys were still getting everything done. All the horses were fed at 7, and then we had horses racing, and we had horses to put away. We're going to train horses tomorrow. So there was a lot going on today and this evening at the barn. I had talked to you about how the first part of the day went, the middle part with the qualifiers. Pretty happy overall. I know I was pretty bummed out about what a mission, but that is racing, as they say. There's not much we can do about that. He seemed fine after the race. I'm sure he'll be fine once we get him shot. I just have to talk to Jason and talk to the blacksmith and make sure when we put those shoes on, those flip flops, there's not an edge there. There's not a place for him to grab them, because he did today. So I guess the good news is he's fine. As I said, we probably won't go right back with him Wednesday. Mentally, he's a little wound right now, and just got to get him to dial it back and relax. And just, he seemed fine going up to the gate, but as soon as he lost that shoe, he just came unglued. And I can't really blame him. The track was hard. So aside from him, it was a good run at the qualifiers. I forgot, somebody had said, who'd you school? We did school my father's horse, Irish Ray. He was okay. A little bit of an orangutan sometimes, but I was happy with what I saw overall. I don't really know, as I said to Jason, if we get him set up the way we want him set up and he just doesn't feel like he's ready to rock right now, then we can turn him out for a few weeks. The whole point was to get him set up the way we want him, put some weight on him here, and turn him out, or continue racing him. Bit of a tricky spot that he's in. He's got a lot of wins and a lot of money made for a horse coming into the Maritimes, and I don't really know how that'll translate to here. So I guess the ball's in his court is what I'm saying over the next couple of weeks. And we qualify. I schooled Time Is On My Side. Now, I didn't have my watch with me. I gotta order watches. So we only order those cheap little watches because, again, for those of you that are horsemen, you know that our watches just grow legs and walk away. So I just bought the little cheap ones that you get off Amazon. They're like $2, $4, or whatever the hell they are. And it's not that people are mean to steal them, but they put them, a lot of our what I do like is our riders stick to, Jason. I like the way that Jason has the jogging timed. 15 minutes on an off day, on every average day, 20 minutes on a middle of the week day, I guess a middle of the week jogging session, and people will time them. Well, I know everybody's coming in and grabbing the watches off the wall, and they're in their pants or in their shirts or in their coats, suits, and then they bring them home, wash them. Good news is you can wash them 100 times, they just keep working, but they're not on the wall anymore. So I went to go and I'm like, where's the watches at? No one knew. Crickets. So I'm going to order a bunch more watches, I guess, and politely ask that everybody return them to the watch hook when they're done. I know that Jason had one in his car, and I just said, don't worry about it. And then I get out there. I knew that I was going with Jason Merriman, who did have a watch, but he ended up breaking his line pole and had to go back to the paddock and go in the next schooler. So I'm left out there with two guys in a jog cart, and Time Is On My Side. Jason said he didn't get my first half, which was around 102, 103. I've been doing this long enough. I can pretty well tell you exactly where we were roughly. 102, 103. He said his last half was 57 and a piece, which was good. As we start moving our horses around, it would be logical to send Time Is On My Side for a ton of reasons over to Tim to get him qualified and get him going, as we need that stall, and that's where he'd be racing anyway. So those two horses were the schoolers. Then we get into the first part of the card. Commando Tom, he's written himself out of the barn. He'll be on the preferred site next week. I just wasn't happy with his performance at all. Warwi Yuri will likely find himself in the preferred sale too. I just find myself in this position all the time where I'm saying, they'll be better if they grow into themselves and grow up and mature. But how much time do you have to give them? I know there's going to be a gentleman named Charlie who's probably disappointed to hear what I just said, but I think I'm in the firing line this time of year. I'm either selling them too early, or I'm hanging on to them too late, or I did this or I did that, and I hear it from all sides from time to time, and take it all in. But at the end of the day, I think I try to do the best I can for everybody and every horse, including Warwi Yuri. And when I look at tonight's performance and say, yeah, eventually I'll win that class, but what are we doing here, right? This is the same Warwi Yuri that raced in the summer, and I really thought I'd see a better one. And I'm sure he'll shed the hobbles and be a racehorse for somebody for years to come. but I just don't think it'll be us. And then I was very impressed with Walter's Keepsake tonight also. So really happy, a little bittersweet, so to speak, but at the same token, what are you going to do? It's racing. I can tell you this much. When you on the track from the inside post and you're 7 or 8 to 1, everything has to go your way. And if it doesn't go your way, you end up with a Commando Tom, or take what you're given in World War Yuri. But you don't get to go out and actually be a part of the race, right? Be a competitive part of the race. You just have a seat at the table, so to speak. And that can work out from time to time. But I can assure you it's much easier to go out. You saw the difference with Walter's Keepsake. He's in a good class. He's in a spot. He's feeling good. That quarter crack's healed up. He got a great trip. And he's a winner. So focus more on acquiring and racing the Walter's Keepsakes, and worry less about shedding the Commando Toms and War Yuris. So that is the last note of the night. This is your 15th video, it feels like, but I do throughout the Christmas season we didn't get to talk much for the most part, and I do want to make sure that we bring you everything that's going on today. Tomorrow morning we have decided we're going to train 4 sets of babies tomorrow, 3 sets of babies on 2 or 3 sets of babies on Friday. We do have some horses that were off that had just got OCD. They're just back jogging from OCD surgery or castrations. They'll be in the mix next week. But for right now, Thursday and Friday, let's get them trained up and ready to go. Next Tuesday, I'm going to make an appointment with Steve, our video guy, to see if we can get them videoed on Tuesday. And then I'm going to send a note to Curtis in a minute, asking him if he's around on Saturday. So that's the plan. That's what went on today. It wasn't awful. It wasn't fantastic, but it certainly was far from awful. And we'll pick it up tomorrow with some babies training, and I think we have Creatini and Electric Line, another guy that's got a big push tomorrow to stay in the barn. So with that, I'll talk to you all later. Take care. From here in Ohio, I hope you guys had a wonderful day.